Don't you hate it when you're driving down the road and someone coming from the opposite direction is flickering their lights at you and you have no idea why? Actually, recently I was driving up to Richmond and I was on 460. For those of you all who live in Hampton Roads, you know that 460 has what? A ton of speed traps, right? So I'm driving down 460 and there's this car coming in the opposite direction flickering their lights. So I'm looking all around, I don't see anything, but because I'm smart, I ended up slowing down a little bit. And the next car comes, flickering their lights. So I'm like, okay, surely there's something out here. Even though it was daylight, I didn't see anything. But just to be on the safe side, like I said, I had actually slowed down. And sure enough, I look over to my left, and who's there other than the sneaky little cop waiting for me in a speed trap? Now, this is why I believe that every person, and for sure every couple, should have some sort of mentor or coach. Because there are people in our lives who have been places that we haven't yet been, who can alert us to dangers or pitfalls, just like I was about to drive myself into a speed trap. So, in marriage and especially in relationships, there are enemies, there are pitfalls, there are dangers along our journey. It's been said that you don't know what you don't know. You know, it sounds so simple, but you don't know what you don't know. And so I'm going to take the next 5 videos and I'm starting a series called 5 Enemies of Every Marriage and Relationship That You Need to Be Aware of. So, Sean owns a lawn care business. And shameless plug, if you need any of your lawn care done, Restoration Lawn Care, we got you hooked up, okay? So recently, one of his major pieces of equipment, actually the most expensive piece of equipment that he has, is his ride-along lawnmower. And so recently he's riding this thing and he's out doing yards, and all of a sudden, just out of the blue, it stops working. And so he brings it back home. He's out in the garage for hours at a time trying to fix this thing, buying little parts for it, trying to figure out what's going on with it in order to avoid the inevitable, which we thought might be the case. Sure enough, he takes it to a mechanic and the lawnmower is dead, engine failure. How did that happen? What happened was he forgot to put oil in it. Or if he had put oil in it, the oil began to leak out. Over time, the oil began to leak out. And so what started off as this very minor issue that could have been solved with a $5.99 quart of oil has now turned into this major, expensive problem. This is what happens in marriages and relationships all the time. What starts off as a small issue, left unattended, grows and becomes something much bigger than you ever imagined possible. This is how marriages end up in divorce. This is how marriages end up in affairs, because what's a small issue left unattended turns into this great big old thing. And so I'm going to be doing this series of 5 relational enemies that you need to be aware of. The first one we're going to dig deep into is apathy. Then we're going to talk about comparison. Then we're going to talk about unforgiveness. Then we're going to talk about fear, and finally, shame. Now, there are many more enemies of marriages and relationships, but these are the 5 that I feel like God downloaded on me to share with you. So be sure that you are subscribed to this channel if you're watching on YouTube, and turn those notifications on so that you can be notified of the next time that I post a video. If you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, be sure that you're following my page at The Real Relationship Talk. You guys, it is really my privilege in life to be able to share from our experiences. Sean and I are not experts in any way, but we have lived a lot of marriage together. We've logged a lot of miles. We've been married for nearly 20 years, and we've learned a lot, but we also have a lot of victories too that we want to share with you. So be sure that you tune in to these next 5 videos where we're going to talk about these 5 relational enemies, how you can discover what they are, and how you can avoid them so that your marriage or your relationship does not end up blowing up. Be sure to also visit my website, realrelationshiptalk.com/resources. Well, I have a freebie that I want to share with you, the 7 things I wish they had told me before I got married. It's a free audio download that I want you to listen to, and be sure to share with your friends, especially people that you know who are about to get married. I think this information is invaluable for every single marriage. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon on the next video. Take care.